The UK high street is changing. Hotels are struggling, and many traditional commercial buildings are no longer being used in the way they once were. But for property entrepreneurs, this shift creates a major opportunity. A tired pub, a vacant hotel, or an underused commercial building may not just be a redundant asset. With the right strategy, it could become residential accommodation, generating a stronger end value and a more profitable use. This is the power of commercial to residential conversion. You are not simply refurbishing a building, you are changing its purpose, its value, and its future potential. But before you move forward with any commercial conversion, there is one question you must answer first. Is the building actually viable? Pub and hotel conversions can be highly attractive, but they are not simple. They come with planning risk, conversion costs, layout challenges, fire safety requirements, noise issues, structural considerations, and uncertainty around end value. This is where many entrepreneurs get stuck. They find a building that looks promising. They imagine apartments, higher GDV, and strong profit. But they do not know whether the property qualifies for conversion. They do not know whether Class MA applies. They do not know whether Article 4 restrictions are in place. They do not know what the conversion may cost. That uncertainty can lead to wasted time, wasted professional fees, and missed opportunities. The core principle behind pub and hotel conversions is simple: value creation through change of use. A commercial building may have limited value in its existing use. A closed pub may no longer trade profitably. A small hotel may be underperforming. A vacant commercial unit may produce little or no income. But if that same building can be converted into residential units, the value profile can change dramatically. The uplift comes from repositioning the asset into a higher demand use. That is where planning gain is created. The key is not just finding a cheap commercial building. The key is finding a building where the conversion route, the layout, the planning position, the cost, and the end value all work together. That is exactly what the Commercial Conversion Viability Checker is designed to help you assess. The Commercial Conversion Viability Checker was built to solve one of the biggest problems in commercial conversion: deal analysis uncertainty. Many entrepreneurs find old pubs, hotels, offices, shops, or mixed-use buildings, but they do not know whether the building is suitable for residential conversion. Some qualify under permitted development, some require full planning permission, some are restricted by Article 4. The tool gives you a faster way to check the opportunity before committing serious time or money. You enter key information about the building, such as its current use, approximate floor area, location, condition, and conversion goal. The tool then helps you assess whether a residential conversion route may be viable. It helps you understand potential Class MA eligibility, likely risks, estimated conversion costs, potential end value, and whether the numbers appear worth exploring further. It is not a replacement for professional advice, but it is a powerful first filter. It helps you move from guessing to a more structured decision. One of the most important conversion routes is Class MA. Class MA allows certain commercial, business, and service buildings to be converted into residential use without a full planning application, subject to specific criteria. It is not a replacement for professional advice, but it is a powerful first filter. The common mistake is assuming that every commercial building automatically qualifies. It does not. The building must meet the relevant use class requirements. Vacancy requirements may need to be satisfied. Floor space limits apply. The building must not fall into certain excluded categories, and local restrictions such as Article 4 directions can remove or limit the permitted development route. So the question is not, is this a commercial building? The better question is, does this specific building meet the criteria for the conversion route I want to use? That is why the viability check matters before you start spending money on surveys, drawings, or applications. Even when Class MA applies, the process is not automatic. In many cases, you still need prior approval from the local authority. That means the council may assess specific issues before the conversion can proceed. These can include transport and highways, contamination, flooding, noise, natural light, fire safety, and the impact on the local area. For pubs and hotels, these issues can be especially important. A pub may have noise concerns, kitchen extraction issues, contamination risks, or layout constraints. A hotel may have small rooms, narrow corridors, outdated services, or fire safety upgrades that materially affect the budget. This is why a building can look like a great opportunity on the surface, but become difficult once the details are tested. The Commercial Conversion Viability Checker helps you identify these early warning signs before you go too far. Let us talk about the numbers. The appeal of pub and hotel conversions is that the existing commercial value may be lower than the potential residential value. For example, a vacant commercial building may be acquired at a lower rate per square foot than completed residential flats in the same area. If the conversion costs are controlled and the completed units achieve strong end values, the uplift can be significant. But GDV is not profit. A serious developer must account for acquisition cost, professional fees, planning or prior approval costs, structural works, fire safety, sound insulation, energy upgrades, finance, contingency, and exit costs. This is where many entrepreneurs get caught. They focus on the resale value of the apartments, but underestimate what it takes to convert the building properly. The viability checker helps bring the numbers into focus. It gives you an early view of estimated conversion cost, potential residential value, and the likely margin range. Let me give you a practical example. We worked on a conversion involving the Old Bell Inn, a vacant pub in a Wiltshire market town. The building was acquired for approximately £450,000. The strategy was to convert the property into 5 self-contained apartments. The project required a clear planning route, careful layout design, and proper consideration of prior approval and residential compliance requirements. The total project cost, including acquisition and conversion, was approximately £950,000. The completed apartments achieved a combined GDV of approximately £1.4 million. That created a gross profit of around £450,000, representing a strong return on cost. The important point is not just the outcome. The important point is that the opportunity had to be tested before it was pursued. The conversion route had to be assessed. The layout had to work. The costs had to be realistic, and the end value had to justify the risk. That is exactly the kind of early assessment the Commercial Conversion Viability Checker is built to support. If you are actively assessing commercial buildings and want clarity before committing capital, use the Commercial Conversion Viability Checker. It helps you understand whether a pub, hotel, shop, office, or other commercial building may be suitable for residential conversion. You will get a clearer view of the potential route, key risks, estimated costs, possible end value, and whether the opportunity is worth exploring further. And if you are an active property entrepreneur, ready to assess your next opportunity with professional support, book a consultation with Plandome. We work with a focused number of clients so each project can be reviewed properly. Read the details and book your consultation